And we're live. Hey, everybody, welcome to this week of the Fulton Career Cast. I'm excited to introduce a new friend of mine, Katie Gold, onto the Fulton Career Cast in another hectic week as we come into the U.S. presidential election. Katie, how's it going?
Going good. Hanging in there, given everything going on in the world. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. So I just got off the phone with the student. He got internship offer, so I'm excited about that. And now I get to do this interview. So it's a good time. So,
That's
Katie,
exciting.
let's just jump right into it. And can you kind of give us, our students a little bit more background on yourself, BC graduation year, concentration, any campus activities that you were involved in, clubs, organizations, and the like?
Yeah, for sure. So my name's Katie Gold. I graduated BC in 2019. And while I was there, I was in the Carroll School of Management, and I studied information systems, business analytics, and marketing. And I was involved in a lot of activities on campus. Some of my favorite were the Women Innovators Network, the Marketing Academy, and the CSUM Honors Program.
A lot of great experience. And a little bit more, can you tell us, being, so business analytics, information systems, and marketing, you definitely had a full plate. Could you kind of just walk us through some of your early, and we'll get to the full-time job with Wayfair, but maybe some of your internship experience and how that led to Wayfair?
Yeah, for sure. So I was very lucky that I pursued a couple internships throughout my college experience. My first one being at a startup in Boston, where I was doing a lot of marketing work. Another one at a startup in France, also doing marketing work. And while I really enjoyed it and found it so interesting, the part of marketing that interested me the most was the data analytics aspect. So I knew I wanted to lean into that more a little bit. And that's actually when I picked up information systems. It wasn't my original intention. I had no idea what it was. I was like, is this IT management? I don't know. But I realized that a lot of data analytics roles need skills or require skills that you learn through info systems. So I picked up that major. I learned SQL. Summer after my junior year, I interned in California doing data analytics and product management. Absolutely loved what I was doing and realized data is where I wanted to be a little bit more. And then that's where I focused my job search post-grad, was to be at a tech company working in analytics, and maybe with a little bit of sprinkle of marketing in there.
That's awesome. So you found out through trial and error kind of where you were going and what you wanted to do. And so now, without further ado, tell us a little bit more about your role at Wayfair and kind of all the ins and outs of it.
Yeah, so I work on a team called Advanced Analytics and Insights. We used to be called Web Analytics. And what we do is everyone on the team will own a specific aspect of the website, and we try and optimize that as much as we can. So what that means, to make it a little more specific, is I own promotions and sales on the website. So any major shopping holidays that we have, with Black Friday coming up, I'm very involved in that. Any sales we have ongoing on the website, like our closeout SKUs, our flash deal SKUs, those are owned by me. So what my job is to monitor some of our key performance indicators relating to those, to make sure that everything is going business as usual, nothing's breaking, as well as to continually push forward improvements and optimizations to these products. So for example, with flash deals, when we first rolled those out, we wanted to know, these are deeply discounted SKUs for only 6 or 12 hours at a time. Are these useful? Do customers like this? Do people care? Does it drive incremental sales? So my job is to run A/B tests where you have a control and variation to see whether these actually do drive value. So it's one example of the project that we work on, but I've been at Wayfair for just over a year and I'm constantly learning new things every day, and adding new different areas of business expertise to my repertoire, and continually trying to optimize the website as much as I can.
Absolutely. And what are some of the major KPIs or key performance indicators that you or indexes that you look at?
Yeah. So one of the other areas that I own is promo codes. So we want to know how many customers are submitting a promo code at checkout. And of those, how many are successful? Are people trying to just search the internet and find random promo codes that they can try and submit? Are those working for them? What happens if it's a failed promo code? Do they still go on and purchase? So those are some of the key KPIs that we'll monitor. And if we notice something going a little bit off track, we'll investigate and say, what happened here? Did a coupon code extension pick up a random code and get that into circulation? Why are we seeing differences in our numbers?
Awesome, awesome. And some of the skill, can you kind of talk about some of the skills that you use, both that you acquired from BC, and then, obviously we're always constantly learning on the job as well, some of the skills that you picked up once you started at Wayfair?
Yeah, definitely. So core to my role and pretty much any role in data analytics is knowledge of SQL. I took Professor Spang's databases class, and that set me up incredibly well with a really good foundation on how to code in SQL and how to understand database structures. And then once I got to the job, I learned a ton more, since working with data sets with billions and billions of data points. It takes a lot to wrap your head around the granularity and what you're actually pursuing. So I'd say that was the biggest technical skill that I've learned. And then other than that, being able to think strategically from all of the business classes that I've taken, and even some of the A&S classes where there's a big emphasis on strategic thinking and breaking down a problem to its root causes, and thinking outside the box creatively to understand why something might be happening.
That's awesome. So the well-roundedness of your Jesuit, liberal arts education is kind of helped full time in the
Oh,
job.
definitely.
Yeah.
Our team's called Advanced Analytics and Insights. So that insights part, I think, is where the Jesuit education helps. Is anyone can pull the data, but it takes a special type of thinking and college education to be able to pull those insights out as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so kind of specifically, if I'm a young BC student interested, I'm data analytics major, information systems major, or concentration, are there any other specific qualifications to be hired to Wayfair, or anything that I should be trying to build to get to where you are?
Yeah, so SQL for any data analytics job is probably going to be required, if not highly, highly recommended, as well as a working knowledge of Excel. My job is pretty technical, but you'll also find data analytics roles which are more Excel based than SQL based. Python knowledge never hurts to have. Some jobs require it. I would say most it's recommended. It helps to either have Python or R. The two of those are pretty interchangeable. And other than that, I would say a familiarity with the tech industry and a comfort with moving quickly and driving high impact and focusing on what action we're going to take. I think a lot of tech companies share a similar perspective that if we're not going to take action on something, why are we doing it? We don't want to waste our time on things that won't actively move the product forward and continue to improve.
Yeah, and being in the tech industry, stuff changes constantly and fast, so it's going to be constantly drinking out of a fire hose, kind of like you said. And but you get the benefit of you're constantly on your toes and constantly learning. Am I not right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm learning something new every day. My job is never the same, and that's saying a lot after being at Wayfair for a year already.
Good. Well, Wayfair is up and coming. I know I'm probably going to be looking for a couch here soon, so maybe we can work out a discount. I don't know, but it's been a pleasure. And if I'm a student and I want to learn more from you or just contact you to have a further conversation, what's the best way I can get in touch with you?
Yeah, feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm more than glad to chat, especially if you're interested in advanced analytics and insights. I believe we have an internship opening for this job role. If you're interested in a slightly less technical role, something more business side, strategy focused, we have a bunch of roles available as well. Not many tech companies recruit through BC, so definitely take advantage of the recruiting opportunities of the ones who do. So Wayfair tends to do a lot of informational chats. We should be on Handshake. So take advantage of that as much as possible. Connect to other BC alum at Wayfair. Amongst my friends here, I know that we're all very willing and excited and want to get more BC people to join the Wayfair family. So really put in the effort to do the networking and take advantage of the fact that Wayfair actively recruits BC students.
Awesome. Awesome. Katie, thank you for all your insights and information. And I just love the burst of energy that you brought. I hope our students do too.
Awesome. It was so great talking to you today. I'm always glad to chat with BC people.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks.